What's up, YouTube? Capital G here. Got an awesome duel for you guys to check out. This one is pretty interesting because it's one of those duels where it looks like a player is trying to just honestly throw the game, and then just one turn later, it looks like he's going Super Saiyan God. So it was a little difficult to follow. I was like, wait a minute, are you trying to win? Are you not trying to win? Are you trolling? What's going on here? Anyways, so we have Ancient Gears at the top, and then we have a deck that I believe it was classified as Chaos Linked. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to infer from that, but I mean, he runs Chaos Zone, so obviously you guys know there's going to be a lot of banishing in this deck, maybe some Necro Phase, maybe some Malicious, Plague Spreader. You guys know the usual suspects. Let's go ahead and roll it. And his turn one is, in my opinion, so underwhelming. It's kind of why I thought he was just like, I was like, what are you doing, bro? You know, yeah, especially you're playing against Ancient Gears. Now, he doesn't know that, but Ancient Gears, I play that deck on my live stream. Ancient Gears go ham. So he makes Charge Warrior, makes Lady Beatrice, activates Pot of Desires, gets himself a Mask Hero, or excuse me, a Shadow Mist, and you look at his final like result, and it's like, what the fuck? You traded your opening hand for this? Like, really? I mean, just a Lady Beatrice and like a bunch of normal summons in your hand? Like, this is fucking terrible. I'd rather just get your normal summon back. Like, Beatrice is not that difficult. I mean, he gets a Fairy Tale Snow in the Grave, so at least we can give him that. So Ancient Gears start off extremely strong with Catapult and Gear Town. He's got a couple copies of Gear Town, and he also has Wyvern, so he gets to search a bunch. I think maybe I would have probably tried to search for Fusion and go for like Chaos Giant or something like that. I would have fused. He could have honestly won this turn. Like, with all the cards in his hand, I feel like, especially with him being able to not target because of the Ancient Gear Fortress, he could have actually, like, this Ancient Gear player, I'm not sure if he's running Ancient Gear Fusion, but he had enough cards on the field. He could have won. Like, he could have given up all these monsters in his hand that are pretty dead. So Fairy Tale Snow is going to hit the board. He cannot make any monsters go face down, if you're wondering, because he can't target them. Gonna summon Witch of the Black Forest. He's trading everything in for Skull Deed. If you ever want to know why Skull Deed is good, this is why. The card just resets your hand. He's gonna go Terraforming for Chaos Zone again. Now he's gonna get Necro Phase. He's gonna banish a bunch of cards so that he can activate Chaos Zone immediately. But after banishing even more cards with with the copy of Fairy Tale Snow, including Giant Rex, now he has 3 cards on the field. He goes for Omega, and you guys might notice this really big monster in his opening, or in his hand, called Gandora. He's clearly trying to banish everything in the world to get this thing super cranked up. Even uses his Omega effect to get this motherfucker to almost 14,000 attack so that it can attack over the Ancient Gear Wyvern, and he ultimately just wins the duel. So yeah, that was a really interesting turn because it went so quickly from I'm trying to throw the game to I'm going to go Super Saiyan and make it so that I just win the duel right here and now. I feel like both players did make some questionable plays. I feel like the turn one was pretty terrible, but he at least got Fairy Tale Snow in the Grave, so maybe that kind of evened things out. But this guy at the top, he could have actually won the duel had he got Ancient Gear Fusion. Maybe he's not playing it. If he isn't, he probably should. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos. And actually, let me just go ahead and throw this in for anybody who was interested in seeing the deck list, because yeah, it's kind of all over the effing place. Actually, whoopsie, I usually try and sort the what's it called, the deck list out, the Regeki and the Foolish Barrier. I like to keep the limited cards together, so that's my bad. But yeah, it's really interesting because it seems like the cards that made like the biggest difference in the duel are the cards that are like one-ofs. Like, he used Giant Rex so many times. I'm like, he probably runs multiple copies of Giant Rex. Nope, just one copy. So if you banish it from Pot of Desires, I guess rest in pepperonis. Even the Gandora, which was, I mean, the like Alpha Omega win condition there where he got it 14,000 attack, that was only a one-of. There's some of the things that I find kind of strange and surprising about the deck. But he does play 2 copies of Witch of the Black Forest. I don't know what that's about, but anyways, just wanted to show you guys the deck in case anybody was interested.